Yo guys, what is up? Welcome back to another AFK journey video. In this video, I wanted to make an updated priority guide for exclusive equipment plus 15 upgrades because this is really important. Not only does it give your heroes a big boost, it also is one of the most expensive upgrades in the game. It requires a lot of planning, and if you make a mistake here, it can be a big problem. It can set you back, and you'll need the exclusive equipment reset, which we're only getting one this season, and I'm assuming probably we'll only get one every season in the future. Anyway, with all of that being said, the first thing I look at is, as you can see here, I'm looking at the top teams for the Dream Realm, because I think the first heroes you upgrade to plus 15 exclusive equipment here, they have to be heroes which are good in Dream Realm. When you get the plus 15 upgrade, not only do you sometimes get a minor boost to your skills, you also gain a lot of stats, namely attack, and that is going to increase your damage output by quite a lot in the Dream Realm. And if you can get to the higher ranking bracket for Dream Realm, you earn more temporal essences, you earn more season tokens. It is going to really boost your account the most. And so the heroes which are the most used here, those are going to be a really good candidate to upgrade to plus 15. So in the past, I've always said Lily May is the #1 hero you should take to plus 15, and I still kind of agree with that. And it is because Lily May will gain a lot of attack percent when you upgrade her. Also, she will gain from, rather than 12% attack per growth stack and stacks up to 4 times, she's going to gain 14% attack per growth stack, stacks up to 4 times. And so that is going to it's a really meaningful kind of skill upgrade for her. It will help her you in PvP to rank higher, which is also important for Supreme Arena, Regular Arena rewards. And in Dream Realm, it will help you a lot. Now, I know when we now look at the top Endless teams, and even pre-Endless, Lily May is not always used in all of them anymore because now there's a lot of powerful heroes. She's still used in 3 of the top performing teams, and if you don't have the overall optimal heroes all built up, you can use her in even more than that. So I think for right now, Lily May is still the #1 priority you should be upgrading to plus 15 exclusive equipment because of the value of her skill upgrade as well as the attack that she'll gain. This will allow you to hit harder in Dream Realm, and I think this is really important. But there is another hero which is a really top priority, which might even be a little bit higher priority than Lily May, and that is Freyasto. Look at the Dream Realm right now. Every single boss, you're going to see Freyasto in the optimal team formation. He's just that good. And even when your people are running Harak, they still need Freyasto as food to feed the Harak. So Freyasto is the king of Dream Realm. Getting him to plus 15 exclusive equipment gives him a major skill upgrade, allows him to resummon his illusion. Now for Dream Realm, that is only useful in one of the bosses, which is King Croaker, when you're actually if you're running Harak as well, it's useful in all of the bosses. But if you're running, for example, if you not have Harak on your account, then this illusion resummoning is only good for King Croaker. But even that being said, it is a really important skill upgrade. Also, he's going to gain stats by upgrading to plus 15 exclusive equipment. However, one thing which is important to mention, he's a tank. And tanks don't gain as much attack percent per upgrade of their skill like exclusive equipment. So even from plus 10 to plus 15, he's maybe only going to get 10% attack, whereas damage dealers can gain up to 15% attack. Actually, Freyasto might get even under a bit 10% attack. So that's kind of the problem. He's not gaining actually as much attack because he's a tank hero. That is the unfortunate thing about his exclusive equipment upgrade. But still, he is a top tier priority. He is so important for Dream Realm. Also, of course, in PvP, AFK stage pushing, that upgrade is going to make a difference. It increases his tankiness as well, and he's really good in those modes. So Lily May and Freyasto, these are basically your top 2 heroes you want to get to plus 15 exclusive equipment upgrade, and you can do either one first, whichever one basically you have available first, but these are really top priorities for plus 15. Now after these 2 heroes are done, it is a clear option who is #3. #3 is going to be Harak. Now, you might not build Harak, you might take a long time to get Harak, but Harak is the #3 option. The reason for that is when you take a look at the top Dream Realm teams, and I'm sorry, I'm not showing you actually anything other than these Dream Realm scores. I will show you the actual hero pages later, but there are 4 teams using Harak as the optimal formation. In the future season, we're going to get Plague Creeper, which is a summon mechanic boss, and I think almost definitely Harak is going to be optimal there as well. And so Harak is a dominant force in Dream Realm. getting him plus 15 exclusive equipment upgrade, I don't even think it actually is such a big skill boost, but it is going to give him the stats, right? And it all comes down to the stats at the end. And also, if you're using him in PvP, like Supreme Arena, he's really good on Mauler buff tiles. He will allow you to rank higher by having him at the plus 15 exclusive equipment upgrade. So basically, these are the 3 key heroes you want to get there. Because like the other heroes here, like you're looking Ludovic, Sonya, Shakir, Smokey, these are all great as well. They all do good damage in Dream Realm, but they're really kind of purely Dream Realm oriented heroes, and they do just fine at plus 10 exclusive equipment. The thing about Lily May and Feresto, they're dual heroes. They're great in PvP and they're great in Dream Realm. Harak also, he's great in Supreme Arena and he's great in Dream Realm, and he's really good in Dream Realm. He's like your hard-hitting damage dealer, and because like that exclusive equipment upgrade is going to give him an increase to his base attack, and then all of the buffs to his attack from his kill stacks, they're going to just amplify his base attack, so they're going to like basically be multiplicative with his stats, and so it's even more important to give him higher stats. I'll show you Harak right here. In terms of his actual upgrade that he gets at the plus 15 exclusive equipment, yeah, I mean, this is not useful for Dream Realm, but this is actually a really key upgrade for PvP. Recovering the HP after assisting or defeating a unit, that gives him more solo potential, and so that is why for PvP it is really important. So I would say he's number 3 priority for your account. Okay, now is really where it comes down to preference, and honestly, from this point on, you don't really have to take any hero up to plus 15 exclusive equipment, other than, I will say, the Celestial Hypogeans. If you build Talene next, which currently is the recommended, well actually Rainier is, Rainier should not be past plus 10 in any circumstance. Of course, this is a very heavy spender whale account, so of course the Rainier is at plus 15, but Rainier should be Mythic plus 10 exclusive equipment. He should never go beyond that. Plus 10 does everything you need, right? He's just a supporter, buffer, debuffer, and he provides all of that value at plus 10. Now Talene though, even though she's not useful in Dream Realm, right now she's basically been completely made irrelevant and redundant due to Harak just being better at everything in Dream Realm. And I think even for pre-endless bosses, Harak is going to dominate over Talene. But for PvP, Talene's plus 15 exclusive equipment is important. Like, it gives her more stats. It allows her to be a better, like, basically damage dealer option for that. But yeah, I mean, Talene just kind of is falling out of the meta, so I think if you have Talene on your account, she is a hero you should take to plus 15, but if you never build Talene, then of course you never have to take her to plus 15. It's not like she's a top tier priority. She won't even help you in Dream Realm, like right now, and like you might even think, oh, should I upgrade Smokey instead of Talene, because then your Smokey can hit harder in Dream Realm. The thing is, if you have Feresto, Lily May, and Harak at plus 15 exclusive equipment, you basically don't need your other Dream Realm heroes past plus 10, unless for example you have a really competitive district, you're not able to finish in the top 20, then you can consider, okay, maybe I should upgrade Smokey. And if you want to now do more Dream Realm focused hero upgrading, I would say Smokey should be your next run, number 4 after Harak. Talene is, if you have her built, I think you should take her there. Most Celestial Hypogeans, if you have them built, like Talene, even Scarlita, they want to be at plus 15. You want to max out their potential. They're going to do better in PvP for you, and of course Diurnal, things like that. However, they're not like the priority for Dream Realm. So if we're talking fully optimal decisions, I would say don't even build Talene, and your fourth option should be Smokey up to plus 15. And the reason for that, Smokey's damage is going to be the highest, maybe not higher than Ludovic in this season, but the thing is, Smokey is using almost all 8 of the different Dream Realm bosses endless, and even pre-endless he is used. So if you get him his plus 15 exclusive equipment upgrade, that is going to increase his damage, but only really for endless bosses. Like pre-endless, his plus 15 doesn't really help you because his damage is so low anyway, but in endless, it is all just about increasing his attack. Like if you look at the skill effect, you might be thinking, oh, it actually causes the boss to take more damage. But it doesn't, because you're always capped at 200% of Smokey's attack. But if you get exclusive equipment upgrade from plus 10 to plus 15, that is going to give him more attack, right? And that attack is, so 200% of his attack is going to be higher after you get that upgrade. And so that is why Smokey should be your number 4 upgrade if you are struggling in Dream Realm, or you still want to compete for the top ranks and you're having difficulty. He is the most versatile hero around all of the game. Now Shakir plus 15 is not a priority because it will not increase his damage. it will cause him to ultimate faster, which in some team comps is actually worse for you. Like, there are certain endless bosses that Shakira plus 10 is actually doing better than plus 15, because plus 15 interrupts all the timing of everything. So Shakira plus 15 is no longer a recommendation in my opinion. I know it can help you a bit in like PvP, but it is not really needed. He's fine at plus 10 even in PvP. You should not take him to plus 15 until most other heroes are done. So Smokey, I would say number 4. Number 5, this is where, I mean, it is going to come down to preference. Like, if you want to focus more on PvP, and like I said, if you have Talion build, if you have Scarlita build, they should be taken to plus 15. There's no point in you investing so many resources, building up Talion and Scarlita, and leaving them at plus 10. You've already invested so hard into them. Now you can take them to plus 15, max out their potential. It will serve you well in PvP. But unfortunately, both of these two heroes are kind of phased out of Dream Realm. Maybe in future seasons they'll have a place, but yeah. But Talion will probably be good in Plague Creeper as well. Okay, so number 5 option, it can be either Ludovic, if you want to just max out your Dream Realm performance, and I think Ludovic is not a bad option. Looking at him this season, he has been used, if we take a look at the top teams right now, he has been used in I think at least 3 of the top team formations. Let's see if he's been used in even more than that. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so same number as Lily May is being used, right? Now, the problem with Ludovic is he is not really great in PvP. He's fine. Lily May is way better than him in PvP. So if you, that is why, like, for example, you don't say, oh, Ludovic is used in 3 teams, Lily May is used in 3 teams, they both have the equal priority for upgrade to plus 15. Is not the case, because Lily May is going to really help you in PvP as well. Ludovic is just kind of like, he's mainly only a Dream Realm hero. It will increase his damage a lot, because when you take a look at his damage output, is there any battle version I have here? Yeah, look at this damage. 44 billion. If you give him more attack, it is going to scale, right? The harder hitting the damage dealer is in a boss, the more value you get from upgrading their stats. And like Smokey here, he would be great. Like, I mean, but he's only doing less than half the damage of Ludovic. Like, if we, for example, difference between plus 10 Ludovic and plus 15 Ludovic in this team would probably be like 4 billion damage. So, or 3 to 4 billion damage, and so Ludovic is a great option at plus 15. Now, the thing you have to think about is, in the future, are you always expecting there to be skill power charms like Insight? If there are going to be, then Ludovic will continue to be amazing. However, the problem is, if we don't get magic charms, and before we get magic charms, of course, pre-endless Ludovic is useless. So Ludovic is kind of like only an endless hero. He needs the charms in order to go online, but then he is great. So he is good to upgrade to plus 15. I think, in my opinion, now it's really difficult because Mikola is used in every single Dream Realm boss, even pre-endless she's used. The thing is, in endless even, her damage output is low. Like, look at that. It's practically non-existent, but Orson is not a great example, to be honest, because the thing with Orson is that, in Orson, you have, like, you're not reducing the fury of the boss, and so he has heavy damage reduction onto non-HP per second based damage. But anyway, Mikola doesn't contribute that much damage, so plus 15ing her is like maybe good for PvP, but not really hugely game changing. So I don't think Mikola actually needs plus 15. I don't think she's a major priority at plus 15. In my opinion, I would take Ludovic to plus 15 before Mikola, so that's kind of what I would recommend. But you could choose for Sonya instead. Sonya is also used, as you can see here, in 3, I think. Okay, she's used in 2 of the top performing teams. However, she can be used in Snow Stomper, and if you don't have Harak, you will be using her there. And if you don't have Harak in other teams, she might be usable there as well. Now, Sonya, her damage output is not bad. It isn't anything amazing. So, upgrading her from plus 10 to plus 15 is not going to give you as big of a boost as, for example, upgrading Ludovic, right? But maybe if you're running Sonya in PvP, then this can help you. However, like I've mentioned before, I don't think Sonya is a really strong hero in PvP as of right now. She needs something else to make her better, like either a mechanic, a seasonal mechanic or something, but she's fine. So I would personally do Ludovic to plus 15 before Sonya, but I would do Sonya after Ludovic. So basically, yeah. And yeah, but I think she is really important. I would probably do Sonya before Mikola. I'm not sure though, because Mikola's damage is really low, even though she's using a lot of bosses. So it really is up to you. Do you ever want to upgrade Mikola to plus 15? I don't think it's ever actually needed. And even Sonya, I don't think she's ever needed to go to plus 15. But I really think like the hard hitting HP per second damages like Smokey, Ludovic, these are really heroes you will want to get to plus 15. And Shakir as well, I don't think he's ever needed to go to plus 15. And Rainier, definitely no. Rainier should not be to plus 15 unless you just have too many temporal essences and you have no idea what to do with them. So that is pretty much it. Now for PvP heroes, like we've mentioned, any Celestial Hypergene you build up, it should be taken to plus 15. And other than maybe Burial, because I just don't like Burial, I don't recommend you even building him up. But the other heroes, Taylene, she's great in PvP, Scarlita, Diurnal, they all have a place in PvP. Even Dunlinger, plus 15 is going to increase the buff that he provides and increase his own tankiness. Because you're not only doing it for the skill upgrade, you're doing a lot of it for the stats. And they do make a difference in PvP. So those are basically the thing. Odie is another big priority. And we need to now talk about Odie. So let's say you're done, for example, like with up to Smokey. Smokey is done. Odie can be done even before Smokey. The reason for that, Odie is good in pre-endless Dream on bosses. Odie is good and in PvP, especially this season on the Mauler buff tiles. So all of that covered, Odie is a great option to take to plus 15 exclusive equipment. He should be on top priority for your account. There's no really question about that. I think it's really important you take him to plus 15. But for the other heroes, it will come down to your preference. Who do you like to use in PvP? Do you like to use Vala? Do you like to use Lenya? Do you like to use, I don't know, what else could there be here? I think that's pretty much it, to be honest. So, which one do you like to use? Personally, I like heroes which are good on offense and defense. Lenya is better on offense and defense compared to Vala. Vala is great on offense. On defense, she's a bit lacking. But she can even work on defense. So it is again up to your kind of personal preference. But just to recap things, Tassi, for example, as well has been great this season, but I don't think she really needs plus 15. I don't see her as a super dominant Supreme Arena hero. She has a potential of soloing in teams, but she can even solo at plus 10 exclusive equipment. But she's really good on the energy buff tiles. Whenever those come around in Supreme Arena, or if you're running them in the regular arena, it really just comes down to which PvP heroes do you like using the most. You can upgrade them to plus 15, as long as they are considered to be top tier PvP. But these should all be after you're done all of your PvE main content heroes. And you can leave Mikola and Shakira at plus 10. They don't need to be to plus 15. You can work on your PvP heroes after that. But the other heroes, I think, which are really important, just to recap them: Lily May, Freastro, Harak, Taylene, Odie, Smokey, Ludovic, maybe, Sonya, maybe. These are basically Scarlita, if you have a build. These are the major heroes I think you should be taking to plus 15. Apart from this, the other heroes don't really need it. If you have extra to spend, you can use it. But another really important thing you need to do is you should hold your temporal essences, because you don't know. Like next season, 3 Celestial Hypergenes are coming out. Probably most people will only be able to recruit or max out one of them. Maybe 2 of them, but you're going to need enough temporal essences to upgrade those up to plus 15, right? That's 275 temporals, and if any other good rate up hero comes out that you want to recruit for, you're going to need at least 75 temporals to get them to plus 10, and if you want to take them to plus 15 and they're priority for that, you're going to need 275. So basically, saving is never a bad option after you have the key heroes complete. And like I mentioned, really the key heroes are Lily May, Freastro, Harak, Odie, maybe Smokey, potentially. I don't even consider him that key, because like if you have the other heroes at plus 15, you should be doing fine in Dream Realm. You don't need the Smokey to plus 15. You don't need the Ludovic to plus 15. You just have to have them at Supreme plus 10 exclusive equipment. That's pretty much enough, because plus 15 is just really expensive, right? And so it really is kind of a luxury rather than needed, apart from on these core heroes that we mentioned. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. You can share your thoughts in the comment section. I'll hopefully see you guys in the next video. And until then, everyone, peace out for now, and thank you for watching.